Hey loves, and thanks for tuning back into Shana XOX, and in this video I'm going to tell you guys about two concealers that I use to basically correct under the eye. So as you guys may or may not know, like, I have really dark under eye circles, and if I don't get sleep, they get to the point where it looks like somebody punched me in the eyeball, and people be looking at me like, what happened to you? You okay? So what I do to help me with that is I use the NYX Concealer Correct and Contour palette, and then I also use the Wet n Wild Cover All Correcting palette. So what I do is I basically, if I'm using this palette, I use the red. And that's why you see it's like the main one gone. I use the red, and then on this palette I use the purple, I use the yellow. I will use both, and I will also use a little of the white because the white is a highlighter. So basically I'm going to tell you guys what's basically on this wheel, because you know, you might want to know before you actually purchase it. So the purple and the yellow are opposite on the color wheel, so use yellow to cancel out any unwanted purple spots such as bruises or under eye circles. So you guys already know, you can use the purple or you can use the yellow. I personally like the purple. I feel like the purple works for me, and like I said, I will use both the purple and the yellow, and I will use purple, yellow, and white, and I will use white, purple, yellow, whatever I feel like. So the green and red are opposites, so you use the green on anything red, like zits, flares, blemishes, you name it. Then white is a brainer. Anywhere that you want to highlight, you basically use the white. Now the NYX really doesn't have much instructions. It just really more so gives them names, and I'm not going over that, but I'll tell you guys what I use each one for. You can kind of guess what you use each one for. So this one, I don't really use this one. I use it to kind of mix. I mix this one and the really dark color, the darkest color in this palette. I mix those two together and I do my contour, because the super brown one is like too dark. It makes my contouring really harsh, so I don't use that by itself. Then these two I barely use, but I use this as my concealer today, and as you guys can see, it came out pretty good. Like, I'm really impressed. It's my first time actually taking it serious, and I don't use this because it's too bright. It's just too bright. The yellow, I kind of treat it like I would in the Wet n Wild palette, and I try to use it under my eye, but I don't like it because it's really, really yellow, like too yellow. It just doesn't come out right to me. But this red one is hidden pan, baby. It's hidden pan. I just only got corners. The one thing I love about both of these palettes is how creamy they are. This one is more so super thick, like super thick, but I feel like when I use the purple one in this palette, I feel like it does me more justice, just because, like, I don't know, it just covers everything. Like, everything is covered. Like, I don't have to put a whole bunch of the purple to get the results that I need. With the red, I do have to kind of use a little bit more, and because it's so thick, it makes it kind of hard to spread. And then when I put in my concealer on top of the red color, sometimes it like the red like shines through. So it just depends on what kind of concealer I'm using at that day. So that's my only really con with that. But showing you guys these two products, you guys need to use this stuff under your eyes. So how you apply it, if you guys don't know, and I can't demonstrate it right now, but I use my finger, I dibble it in the purple, I basically put it under my eye, and then I take a brush, like a blending brush, and I blend it in, make sure it's all in there, and then I will grab my concealer. I'll put my concealer on there. I'll let my concealer sit, so that way my concealer is thickening up on top of an already thick concealer. Tip number one. So I grab a clean blending brush, and I blend all of that in together, or you can use your beauty blender or whatever you like. And then once I do all of that, I take my powder, my Laura Mercier, by the way, best powder. I'm not using nothing else. Excuse me. And then I'll set my face, let that sit, and I'll continue doing whatever else I'm doing, like my eyes or whatever. I am so sorry, guys. I'm just burping up a storm. But basically, both of these are equal in my book. Like you getting 6 colors in here. So you got 6 different ways to manipulate these colors, whether it's getting an under eye concealer, whether it's contouring, whether it's color correcting. So you can't beat this. And then this basically is great for just color correcting, whether you have pimples that you want to use the green and color correct, dark circles, and all that jazz. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. I'm sorry for rambling a little bit, but whatever. I'm trying to give you guys a juice, the tea, and the squeeze, and how you guys come back for more information. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. See ya.